That's awesome. I've heard a lot of good stuff similar to what you're saying. And I actually remember the day after he did the first training at your place because he was so excited about your staff
Mm.
and the culture. I remember specifically because he was just like, wow, this place, they've got it working there. They're clicking on all cylinders there. They've got something really good there. And I was like, wow, I don't hear that every time.
Yep.
So it speaks to your management style, what you built there.
Yeah, they
Um,
definitely they appreciate their the big thing with me was that you could tell that they were good intentioned.
Mhm.
I heard those guys have side conversations about their careers. It is a sign when you hear the people talking to career oriented conversations that are in the trades,
Mhm.
then you're like, oh, this was the choice that you made because you wanted to be here. And
Yes.
you can
Yep.
tell, yeah,
Yeah, we have fun. Yeah,
yeah,
it's we try to find people who we actually hire based on temperament
yeah,
more so than technical ability. If
that's obvious.
yeah, if we can get you a good person who cares about people and they're easygoing, we can we feel like we can train you. We can
Right.
train you to do whatever. So we would actually defer a candidate who's maybe really
Hmm.
technically sharp, the best installer, but if they're not easy to work with, we would tend to pass on a candidate where we have to put a little bit more money into. So no, we do that deliberately. We have an official apprenticeship at our company, and what we design our apprenticeship to do, we have a time-based and also competency-based. What we've done, we basically say, okay, to be an air conditioning qualified technician, these are the things you need to do. You need to be able to get these readings, make this repair. So we do a task base where they have to see the task so many times, and then in order to get qualified to maybe get in a service vehicle, they have to perform that task and perform those tasks independently without any help. So we do that with them, and we found that to be highly effective. We don't do the throw a tech out to the wolves to see how they fare. We put a great deal of training into them, and then we give them tools, like a detailed inspection sheet. A lot of times, especially with a newer tech, you got to think about the skills trades industry. There's more older people than younger people. It just is. Yeah, it's just a problem that we're experiencing. So my average age of my techs is probably 23, 24. Not too far removed from high school with a detailed checklist and some processes, and then where they've actually been tested on a task by competency, we've been able to have a pretty good training program. So our technicians are highly coveted, and I brag about that all the time.
Very cool. I was at when I was at ACHR, went out to dinner with a bunch of trainers or guys that talk about training. And one of the things that they talked about was guys would go out with somebody else that was supposed to take you under their wing,
Mhm.
but they didn't want to teach you what they knew
Yep.
because they would tell you because they don't want you to take it their job.
Mhm.
But then oftentimes these guys would find out that actually that guy didn't seem to know what he was doing. So you're adding a rubric, you're adding structure to that on the job training, which is cool.